Okay, folks. I at least wanted to do this for people that are building the oxygen tank kit with a real Sparklets top. By the way, I was watching Severance, and there's one scene where he goes into like the boss's office, right? Either to get yelled at or to ask a question. It's a bizarre show, but often it's a very 80s, late 70s, 80s retro looking show, but with like a modern twist on the set decoration. And behind him are a couple Soda Stream bottles, and there's a black one of these. I just was like, I recognize that. Anyways, for those of you who just bought the lower valve with the threaded portion that threads right into this, a lot of people bought a resin counterweight. I know it's a knob. It's a knurled knob. It looks like a Telecaster knob, but they're rather heavy because they're technically counterweights for the sweep arm. The thing with a little brush that goes over the turntable surface and cleans it off. There has to be a counterweight on the other side to help the rotation. So this is kind of a mildly heavy plated brass thing with threading actually deep inside. The resin casts, this would have been too delicate to make happen, and plus you're literally sticking it into a hole. The most robust, reliable thing is probably a solid cylinder like I made. I have PVC pipe stacked down there for mold making. That's a long story. Actually, it's how I made these. I cut up some PVC pipe to make that happen. Tips from a old prop maker who helped me design this. I didn't realize I still had clay in here. So yeah, part of the mold making process is claying up surfaces you don't want to come out in the mold. Anyways, so for those that have a real top, this is what I had pictured. Let's see, the top here is almost the exact same size as the knob. Boy, that's I put a lot of clay in there. Jesus. Oh, Lord. Almighty. Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay. This is the nozzle that comes out when you cut it off. The hole goes right into where we put the knob. Okay. So yeah, the diameter of this is the exact same diameter as the top of this here. That's too tall. There's threading in here that the chrome plug thing that comes with your soda bottle screws into, which is only, it's less than a millimeter thread diameter. So what they most likely did if they used real Sparklets tops for this is they just took the original diameter here, whatever this perfectly fits into, and extended it downwards. Maybe, I want to say 3 to 4 millimeters, not very far at all. Just enough to get this to sit like right there. And the nice thing is, again, it's already drilled for that. And then the diameter reduces and the threads begin. So if you just blow out the first few millimeters of threads, it'll sit perfectly. It won't even, you won't even have to like hold it up in there. So it's curvy. It's curvy. Why is that a thing? I know why it's a thing, but let me get creative here. Oh, or if I have it higher, there's less of a curve at the bottom. Oh shit. Okay. Okay. Let me loosen these, bring it out. And I have a Forstner bit here. Interesting. The American Forstner bit is a hair too big. And yet that's the full size. I don't need this. It's the full size of the top. That would destroy it. But this is literally my shop calipers here. The American bit is 15.6 mil, and we are talking 13.98, right? 14. Oh, wait. 13 is the threading diameter. Top of it here is 14.6 compared to 15.6. So there's literally 1 millimeter difference, 1 millimeter too big. Even though a Forstner bit makes a perfectly clean hole, I don't want the counterweight to rattle around in there, so I'm not using this. I also pulled one of these, which is a ridiculously large twist bit, because I was curious. It's not even sharp anymore. Okay, this is 14. Huh, this is exactly 14. And usually twist bits are not incredibly accurate, so it'll kind of cut a little larger than I need, most likely. Huh. All right, I'm gonna go with that. It'll make a conical bottom, but you know what? That's not that important right now. Loosen, lower this. I love this drill press. Love it, love it, love it. My laser is only, it got misaligned, but there we go. I don't mind that is tight, believe me. Yep. All right. Let's see. That was not very deep at all, but like, check. Oh, almost. Right. A little bit further. Yeah, a little bit. A hair. Hair. Is that it? Wow. There you go. This is, I mean, it seems a little tall, but then again, it doesn't. You know, like if I hold it like this, I like that. If I have to go deeper, I will. But no, I like that height. You'll tell me, obviously, if I'm not drilling deep enough. But I just would repeat the process to go a little deeper. Yeah, you could barely tell. There's just the threading that's missing for another few millimeters down there. There you go. So you could just take your little thing and just freaking glue it in. Bang. If you have like a real one, there's the threading in there. I bet you they took where? Oh, I could just use this. I bet you they took a screw or a bolt or something from the back, ran it up through till it like stuck out, and then screwed it down on like that. However, that's probably just the master. The bottom of this is super heavy. This is super heavy. I doubt they hung that from their costumes. I really think they made a master and made multiple fiberglass and resin copies of it. So, to make the master, they probably screwed it together, used clay and screws like this, put it through, you know, and just screwed it down. Yeah, I like that depth. I do like that. But again, if you're not doing like a hardcore shelf version of the prop, the resin ones I made are perfect. I love the chrome paint that I used, and I gave you the whole length of this just because I didn't want to, like, you know, make that decision for you on how much material to remove. And I didn't know if there were any Sparklets tops that were a little different, like with less threading up here or something. And then that would ruin it. You wouldn't have material to replace that with. So there you go. There's the top. All right, I gotta go do something else. There you go.